In this episode, I assume the role of entrepreneur and meet with public relations expert Sandra Blakey. I need to perfect my messaging so that I can engage the media on this exciting educational video series for the startup community. Thanks, Sandra, for meeting with me. As you know from our original telephone conversation, I think I really need some help on getting this message out.
Tell me a little bit about where you're at with the video. I've watched the videos, I've seen the website. So tell me where things are at. Why do you say you need help getting your message out?
The last year has been spent just totally working on the videos, okay, and getting those shot. So now it's time to really start putting it out there. I have had very limited time to do anything with the marketing of it. What I have done is, I do have some messaging. I think I really need to work on that because it's not getting me the results that I want.
Okay, so you think there's a problem with the actual message you're taking to potential platforms?
I think so. I mean, I know we're in a very crowded market whenever you're trying to get it out there. So, I think I have a good message. People are interested, but, I need them to get back to me and say, yes, we want to do an interview with you. They're not doing that. So I think that my message needs to be stronger, that they are going, wow, we really want to talk about this.
That's probably very true. I just want to sort of break this down before we get into the details of how to structure that message. So have you actually approached media outlets anywhere, and what types of outlets are you?
I've gone to Rogers Community Television in my area.
Great.
Okay, and they've highlighted me on their show.
So you've been on community television in your city. That's great.
Yes, okay. I've gone to the local newspapers. I've gone to a couple of the national ones, and one of the national ones has indicated that they do want to do an interview with me.
Great. What kind of national platform are we talking about?
We're talking Financial Post.
Great.
Yep. Okay. And what I want, though, is this whole thing to be national. Okay. I want to be, I'm thinking very big, and I want to be on, good television programming, okay, that can talk about this startup community or this video series I'm doing for the startup community, and I would like to be covered in all of the national newspapers.
Okay. So when you say I've gone to national newspapers, how are you doing it?
Well, the one with the one in that is closest to me right now is the Financial Post, okay? And I follow that column every week in the paper.
Sure.
And I just sent him an email telling him what I was doing.
Good.
Okay, and he responded to me saying he really liked what I was doing. He wanted me to wait until I had a couple more episodes up, and I've now done that, and so we're just trying to get a date that we can actually do an interview.
Okay. Sorry, I'm going to backtrack a little bit here. Obviously, we're focusing on PR. We're focusing on earning attention from the media rather than buying advertising.
Exactly.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there are lots of upsides to approaching your attempts to get the word out that way. There are a couple of challenges with it. Let's talk about the upsides first of all. Obviously, for any kind of small business getting started, advertising is enormously expensive.
Exactly.
Especially on the national level. And many startups just don't have the budget to get effective advertising because it requires a whole cycle of ads running on a regular basis. It's extremely expensive. So you see a very common mistake that a lot of young companies make, startup companies make, is they'll blow $20,000 on national advertising of some sort, and then they wonder why they don't get a whole lot of reaction from it. And it's because it's so scattershot. They're so limited with the budget. They can't put the kind of money that's required to really get some effective results from it. So approaching the media is a great way to get the word out.
Good. I'm on the right track there.
You are absolutely on the right track. The challenge is, unlike advertising, where you get to control the message completely and the content that arrives in front of the viewer or the reader is exactly what you want it to be, with the media, it's a bit of a dance. You have your message you want to get out. The media has their own purposes for talking to you. And sometimes what ends up in print or on the screen is not exactly what you were hoping for. That's the trade-off. So that's why we need to be very ready to speak to national media when we engage them. Because you want to present your message as deliberately and carefully as you possibly can to get the best possible coverage you can.